go, clap. Let's go, clap. Fuck yeah. What's going on? Happy Pride. Thank you, thank you. Just so you know, if you didn't clap, that's homophobic. Just want you to know that. This is great, I love this. Where are all my gays at? Great, where are my lesbians? Okay, calm down, ladies. All right, calm down. Where are my heterosexuals at? Okay, we don't boo the heterosexuals. Like, I get it, it's a gay pride show, but like, let's maybe calm down. No, that's great, I love it. Some of these heterosexuals are probably like, I think we're lost. I think we're lost. No, this is great, I love this. Thanks for coming out, thank you for supporting. This is wonderful, it's Pride. Yeah, it's hard. I don't necessarily always feel like a homosexual. I think I've come to the realization that I am not a very good gay. Like, I'm not very good at it. A lot of my friends are very good at it. I am not. A lot of my friends like to refer to me as the Spirit Airlines of homosexuals. They do. They're like, Oscar, you're part of the club, but, you know, nobody wants to tell people that they've ridden you, which is awful. But I will say this, though. Like, I will say it's hard being gay because, like, a lot of my friends, they know what they're doing. They are, I'll give you an example. They are obsessed with taking selfies. A lot of my gay friends, they love taking selfies. They're very good at it. I am awful at it. It's gotten to the point now where the captions don't even match the pictures. Like, I have a friend, Sam, who took a picture of himself the other day and posted it, and it's him laying on his bed, and the only thing that he has on is a pair of see-through underwear with a full-on erection. And his caption just said, "Climate change is real." I had to DM Sam, and I was like, Sam, maybe this is why Republicans don't believe in climate change. I don't know. A lot of my gay friends are very woke. I'm not very good at that either. They're very, very woke. I am catching up. I'm still in that rapid eye movement. Okay, good. Some people with master's degree. That's good. I like that. They get that. It's true. Like, I have a friend. I love him to bits. He's gay. He's asexual, and he's a vegan. And he's like, I don't eat meat. And I'm like, how'd you get gonorrhea? And it's awful. And that's a PSA for you. But he got mad at me because I didn't use his pronouns properly. And I had to, like, lay down the law. And I was like, listen, bitch. Let me tell you something. Until a year ago, I didn't know what verbs, adjectives, or pronouns were. So, like, chill the fuck out. And then it got me thinking, right? Like, I get it. As queer people, we want all of America to start using pronouns. But let's be honest. Statistically, over half of America still doesn't know how to use their, and their. Right? So it's not homophobia, it's fucking illiteracy. Right? You can't expect Tammy, who spells her name I-E-Y and lives in the hills of Montana, to use conjunctive verbs if she doesn't know how to read a pregnancy test. It's awful, I know, right? So bad. I don't know. Dating was hard as a gay man. Dating was very hard. I was on all the apps. I was on Hinge, I was on Tinder, I was on Grindr, I was on LinkedIn, and which is very good for hooking up, by the way. But no, it's hard. Like, I even went so far as to learning a different language. Like, I was like, all right, well, what's a great way to meet men? I'll learn a different language. So I took up Spanish, and Spanish was great, but it was really hard because you got to immerse yourself in the culture. And my professor was like, Oscar, you've got to go out and practice Spanish. You have to go out and do it. So I was like, fine, what's the best way to go out and like learn the language and practice it by just meeting someone and doing it with them? So I met this guy. We were vibing. It was great. I started speaking Spanish to him, and he would not answer me. Like, he would not answer me. And then I realized it's very hard to talk to someone through a glory hole. Buenas noches, papi. ¿Cómo estás? I love that some of the heterosexual people in here are gonna go home and Google glory hole. Have fun with that. Have fun with that. No, dating was hard. Like, a lot of the hookups that I had were very awkward. I was never very good at it. I remember this one time I was on one of the apps and talking to someone, and it happened to be an NYPD officer. And I know, and I am a sucker for a man in a uniform, so I don't fucking care. And I was like, you know, are you out? He's like, I'm not, I'm closeted, I'm not, I don't do any of that. And I was like, okay, even better. So, you don't want to know history sometimes, right? So he comes over to my apartment, he comes upstairs, we start getting a little hot and heavy, and here's the thing, right? Like, I'm not gonna go into specifics, but like, I'll just say, I'm down here, he's up there, you know, right? All of a sudden, I hear, and I'm like, the fuck is that? The fuck is that? So I look up, I look over, I'm like in my apartment, and I'm like, all right, I don't have rats. And I don't know what the fuck that is. So, and I ain't seen anything, so I go back to town, and I hear it again, and I hear, and I look up right away, and this guy is sucking his thumb so hard that drool is coming out and tears are in his eyes. And at that moment, I was like, yes, it is time to defund the police. I was like, yes, it is time. It is time. No, I'm really happy. I have a boyfriend. It's great. You know, I was like, we're the heterosexual couples here. You guys a couple? You know, you guys are a couple? Yeah. How did you two meet? How'd you guys meet? I always like asking heterosexuals. It's so interesting. How'd you guys meet? College? Yeah. So you guys were both hoes. Yeah. That's interesting. I only ask because, like, I met my boyfriend twerking at a laundromat. Swear to God, I really did. It's great. We're going to pitch it to Hallmark as a romantic comedy, and we're going to call it Multiple Loads. It's great. I love that joke so much. I think this sequel is just going to be Spin Cycle on him. I don't know. We're very similar, but we're actually more opposite than I've come to the realization is that we are very, very opposite. You guys are a couple, right? Are you guys, let me ask this, like, do you guys have any differences? Like, does she like reading and you like, you know, anal? Yes, he said yes. They always. No, I have come to the realization that, like, we are very different. I'll give you one example. One is that he is very wealthy, and I am very poor. He owns 2 apartments in New York City, and my apartment is so tiny that when I moved in, I didn't have a housewarming. I just had a walkthrough, and it was a bunch of gay men, and we walked in a circle, so we just called it a Fruit Loop. It's true. Like, you know you're broke when someone steals your identity, and you're just kind of like, okay. Sure, go right ahead. Have fun. Try it. Be my guest. No, I am very broke. I am so broke that my drag name is Miss Visa Declined. I love a good I love a good drag name. I have a friend who does drag, and his name is Clit Eastwood. And then I have a friend who's Jewish, and his drag name is Lady Synagoga. It's a great fucking drag name. Another difference between me and my boyfriend is that he is a bottom and I am a feminine top, whereas I like to call it a blouse. Good. The gays get that. Good. It's good. It's true, though. I actually have never been penetrated because I ain't into that gay shit. And, fuck that shit. But I will say, in every relationship, one must compromise, right? So I was like, fine, I will try it. But before I try it with you, I'm going to try it with a dildo. So I went out and I bought a suction cup dildo. Stuck that bitch to my bathroom wall. I bent over, started backing into it like a semi attaching its trailer, right? And as soon as it touched my rectum, I was like, fuck that shit. So now I just use it to pull myself up from the toilet. It's very sturdy, I will say that. I think people underestimate how strong suction cup dildos really are. Like, I will say this, if any of you have family that live in the Midwest, I want you to call them after the show and be like, hey, if you ever have to go through a tornado, buy a suction cup dildo, because all you have to do is stick it on the ground, sit on it, and ride it like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, because that bitch ain't coming off the fucking ground. People ask me all the time, they're like, what is that? I'm like, it's art. I think the biggest difference between me and my boyfriend is our ethnic backgrounds. He is Israeli and I am Arab. I know. And people always ask, they're like, Oscar, how do you two make that work? And I'm like, well, when we get naked, we like to call it the Gaza Strip. Now, I know some of your anus is clenched up on that. However, if you think that's bad, I once dated a guy, his name was Don, and whenever I fucked him, we called it Ramadan. Now, I know, you're like, how can he tell that? But I'll tell you this, these jokes murdered on ISIS Got Talent.